We always see the finished product, right? The perfect song, the polished movie. But have you ever really wondered about the messy, kind of chaotic journey it took to get there? Well, today we're going to do something a little different. We're pulling back the curtain and listening in on a real, totally unfiltered creative session to see how the magic actually happens. And this is where it all begins. Not with some flash of genius or a perfectly laid out plan, but with a simple, almost vulnerable admission. Sorry, we are lost. Just think about that for a second. This is the sound of creators at square one, just adrift in a sea of possibility. I mean, it's a feeling anyone who's ever tried to make anything can relate to. But here's the thing you gotta understand. This feeling of being lost, it's not a mistake. It's actually a super crucial first step. We're calling this stage the chaos before creation. It's that blank canvas, that jumble of noise and disconnected thoughts, where something new is just waiting to spark into existence. And, before you can make any profound, high-minded art, you gotta deal with the basics. You can hear it right here with the question, is this microphone on? It's such a simple, relatable moment. It just reminds us that even the most incredible creative work starts with a simple and, let's be honest, sometimes frustrating act of plugging things in and making sure they work. The search for some solid ground continues with Como Shama, or what's it called? Now, on the surface, it's just a question about a piece of gear. But if you listen a little closer, it's something deeper, right? They're searching for a shared language, a common point of reference. They're trying to name the very space they're about to create in. So what we're hearing is really just a collection of these disjointed fragments. It was turned this way, a technical note, a stray thought, a quick sound check. All these seemingly random bits and pieces, that's the raw material. Yeah, it's messy and it's confusing, but it's from this very chaos that a new order is about to emerge. And then, this happens. A single poetic line just slices through all that technical noise. The veil has fallen, the rain can come in now. Wow. This is the moment everything pivots. It's the turning point. An idea so powerful it instantly gives all that formless chaos a new center of gravity. And that brings us to our second stage, the search for the voice. That one poetic line, it opened a door. The group's mission is no longer just about making noise, it's about shaping that noise around a central, guiding idea.
And that core idea? It's poesia, poetry. That becomes the focal point, the voice they were looking for all along. And suddenly, all their experimentation isn't random anymore. It's purposeful. They're not lost. Now they have a destination. They have a North Star.
In this sentiment right here, it just perfectly captures that universal creative impulse. When something should be remembered, we must grab the pen. It's that urgent need to make an idea tangible before it just vanishes into thin air. We've all felt that, haven't we? That little spark you have to write down right now. Okay, so having an idea is one thing, but building it together as a team, that is a completely different challenge. And this brings us to our next phase, the art of collaboration. This is where all those individual visions have to somehow merge into a single, cohesive whole. And almost immediately they hit a wall. It all comes down to one single core problem, just too much noise. The same frenetic energy that sparked the idea in the first place now threatens to completely overwhelm it. Everybody's contributing, but instead of harmony, they're just getting more chaos. This slide really lays out the central conflict perfectly. On one side, you have this frenetic tempo. You can almost hear the frustration in the quote, "There was too much noise, frenetic the whole time." But then on the other side, there's this plea for space to breathe, a real desire for moments that were slower. It's a classic creative tension. So how do they solve this? Well, this is where the true collaboration kicks in. They don't just argue, they strategize. As you can see, they come up with a simple three-step plan. Step 1, lower the tempo. Step 2, stretch the sound. And step 3, literally, take a breath. It's just a beautiful example of a group actively listening to each other and finding a solution together. And after navigating all of that chaos and all of that conflict, we finally get to the payoff. This is the fourth and final stage, joy, harmony in noise. It's that incredible feeling when a group struggles through the whole process together and creates something really beautiful on the other side. And then we hear this, the line that completely reframes everything we've just listened to. Someone says it's a very cool way to spend a birthday doing a crazy noise jam. A birthday. All of a sudden, you realize this wasn't some high-pressure, serious recording session. It was a celebration. The struggle was the point. The noise was the joy.
And just look at the words they used to describe it. Yeah, it was intense for sure, but it was also fun, very cool, happy, and even incredible. This really gets to the heart of it all, doesn't it? It highlights a profound truth. A lot of the time, the real reward of creating isn't the final product, but that shared experience of making it together.
And so it leaves us with this one last fascinating question. Was this a traduction, a simple translation of an idea into sound, or was it a transcreation, a transcreation? Did something entirely new and unexpected emerge from that collaborative noise? Something that belonged to everyone and no one at the exact same time? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What is truly born when we dare to create together?